Physicists often admitted they only understand 5% of reality. Ancient mystics said the exact same thing 3,000 years ago. I need to address something that has been bothering me about the spiritual community. Everyone is throwing around quantum physics like they invented something, but here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Both scientists and mystics are completely confused by the same mystery, and that confusion is where things get interesting. Let me start with what scientists actually know. After a century of quantum mechanics, they can split atoms, teleport information, and bend space-time. But ask them how consciousness works, and you get complete silence. The observer effect proves that consciousness changes reality just by looking at it. But what is consciousness? They have absolutely no clue. Every smartphone in your pocket runs on quantum mechanics that physicists admit they do not understand. Think about that for a second. Now here's where it gets trippy. Ancient texts talk about multiple dimensions, consciousness, creating reality, and everything being connected. Sound familiar? Mystics were describing quantum entanglement before anyone knew what an atom was. But when you ask them how they knew this, they shrug and say, meditation revealed it. Both groups are describing the same reality. Neither group knows why it works. If this is blowing your mind, hit that subscribe button because we are just getting started. Here's the part that breaks everyone's brain. In quantum physics, particles exist in multiple states until someone observes them, then they choose one reality. In spirituality, consciousness creates reality through observation. Same principle, different language, but nobody can explain why observation changes anything. We are all just watching reality happen and pretending we understand it. When we use consciousness to study consciousness, we create an impossible paradox. Atoms are mostly empty space. The human body, this screen, everything is mostly nothing. But mystics knew this. They described it as the void that contains everything. Scientists describe it as quantum fields that contain infinite energy. Different words, same confusion, same awe. We are mostly empty space having thoughts about being mostly empty space. Quantum entanglement means changing one particle makes its twin instantly change anywhere in the universe. Einstein described this as spooky action at a distance. Ancient traditions describe all consciousness as connected. Hurting someone else hurts yourself. Helping someone else helps yourself. Same phenomenon, same mystery. Scientists have proven entanglement exists. They do not know how it works. Maybe individual existence is the ultimate illusion, but nobody wants to admit this truth. Look, I am not here to give you final answers or claim that I have figured it all out. I am here because questions are way more interesting than false certainty, because exploring these mysteries together is more fun than pretending we understand what we clearly do not understand. This is the Paradox Collective, where we celebrate not knowing and find wisdom in confusion. We do not worship gurus or pretend that science has all the answers. We do not choose sides between ancient wisdom and modern knowledge. Instead, we get excited about being beautifully confused together and discovering that the biggest questions lead to even bigger questions. We are building a community of people who would rather explore mysteries than cling to certainties. Drop a comment and tell me about the weirdest thing that both science and spirituality cannot explain. Share your own experiences with consciousness, reality, and the strange connections that seem to exist between all things. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Subscribe if you want more beautiful confusion delivered weekly, because honestly, the universe is weird enough that we definitely need a support group. Next week, we are exploring why free will might be an illusion, but you still have to choose to believe that. Stay confused, because confusion is the only honest response to a reality this mysterious and beautiful. The questions never end, and that is exactly what makes this journey so incredible. Welcome to the One Paradox Collective, where certainty goes to die and wonder comes alive.